I'm guessing Mia's dead.
I'm Redfield.
What the
Glad
fuck?
we found you.
That's not Chris Redfield.
The fuck took you guys so long?
Just looks like a pile of shit. So...
Mia,
Oh my god, she's actually alive.
you made it. I'm glad.
Did I?
Yeah. She's a bit out of it. Can't say I blame her. So, what happened to Zoe after
I say
all?
that
I'm
when
guessing
one door
she's
closes, another opens.
dead.
Well, a door closed tonight. And what a long night it was. But not just for me. Me and I weren't the only victims here. So were the Bakers.
Yeah.
It was that thing, Evelyn, who made them that way. But now Evelyn's dead. And these guys are here to clean up the mess.
How
I had
did
just come to
not?
terms with losing Mia. But now she's back and wants to start over. Put all this behind us. Maybe this is where the next door opens.
And my eyes. And that is the end of the game. Oh, here we go.
Go tell Aunt Rhodey. Go tell Aunt Rhodey.
That's cool.
Go tell Aunt Rhodey that everybody's dead.
That's cool. That's really creepy. Okay.
I was raised in a deep dark hole.
I do really like this name. This name? Because it's all the names. I do really like this song. It's really good. I think the game was definitely interesting. I'm just gonna pop one out so I can actually hear what I'm saying properly. So, my final closing thoughts. I think that the game had the promising stuff, very promising stuff in the beginning. I felt like the atmosphere of the beginning of the game was really good because it was genuinely something different. And I think it worked quite well for what was going on with the game. My issue is, we all need this plot. For me, I feel kind of like the actual sort of ending, this main part that's been in this part, especially the very, very last one where we're in the mine. I know that they're trying to sort of take it back to the whole sort of let's go back to the laboratories and stuff because it's Resident Evil, but it felt unfitting from what had gone on to, you know, what the game felt like in the beginning. The end didn't have that atmosphere. The end didn't have that kind of continuity of kind of not a theme, but like an atmosphere. I felt like the atmosphere dipped off very sharply from the beginning of the game. The first 10 minutes really were scary and stuff, but I feel kind of like the actual ending of it and the actual proper body of the game was more lacking in that fear, in that atmosphere. I don't know. Because I kind of feel like they had a clear idea with the first part, like they had a clear idea of what they wanted to go for, and I liked the fact that it was more grungy and it was almost, you know, Texas Chainsaw Massacre kind of esque in the sort of horror aspect of it, the fact that it was quite grungy and quite gritty, but then as it went on it kind of, that tailed off and it changed into something else completely. And I feel like the very beginning had the most promising part. It was never boring, and I did genuinely really enjoy the game itself, but I kind of feel that it was a little bit lacking after a certain point. It kind of felt like there was some really good parts in there, but the fear, the actual horror aspect was quite lacking because of the guns. I know that's to be expected, but it's almost like the only time I properly had trouble getting ammunition was when we were playing as Mia, and that's just because the game didn't give me any. But then after that point it was just kind of like, well, you know, we've got so much stuff that the fear's not there because, you know, we've got powerful weapons, we've got all this stuff. I never felt really that threatened until we played as Mia for the very first time, because when we played as her for the very first time we were playing against Marguerite the mother, who's more frightening to me personally, but that's just a personal opinion and a personal feeling, a personal thing. But for me, that was more frightening, not just because of the fact that I find her more scary anyway. It was the fact that if you did bump into her, it was insta-death. It kind of made you feel like, oh, I really need not to bump into her because it will have really bad repercussions on me. Whereas later in the game, I kind of feel like that feeling of there'll be repercussions wasn't there, and especially because we've had our hand cut off and our leg cut off and all this other stuff, and that's never really explained how he can do that, because I know that there's this magical stuff that you can pour on and his hand magically sticks back on. That's great. My main issue with that is that's never explained, and it's just kind of there. I can understand how the family can, because they have that ability to grow back their body parts and stuff, as it mentioned in those files that I read. It's just the fact that you get there and then it's kind of like, well, that's never explained. You know, why is this a thing? How can he do that if he's not infected? Is he infected? And it just kind of feels like that little part is a little bit shaky, and it's just the kind of fact that I feel like the story's okay, but I feel kind of like the game had those little points lacking that kind of made it a little bit not as good as it could have been. It's not a bad game, it's very entertaining, I really recommend it, it's fun, it's playable. I've not been bored the whole time I've played it, but I do have a few little gripes. I will actually talk about my opinions and feelings about this game with actual showing what I mean, with real sort of things to look at, and, you know, with all of the stuff arranged and not so rambly in an actual YouTube video, which will be on my channel. I will post a link to that channel because I'm hoping to do a full review of pros and cons and just everything all laid out, and just my general opinion on the game that isn't just this, because I've just played it, so I think I need to go away and think on it and go through it in my head, maybe watch some Let's Plays of it. Moggy found a game she loved. It was fun. I really liked the game. I know a lot of people really didn't like the game, but I do feel for some reasons that I do have on the back of my mind that I need to think about. I liked the game. It was fun. So what I will do is I will go away, I will think about it, I will get together all my research or whatever you have, and I will make a proper YouTube video on it, and I will actually, you know, try and give you a good overview of the game from my opinion, my stance, and also some stuff that isn't just my opinion. So, with that in mind, I'm gonna see if I can skip the longest. Yes, please. Okay, so Global Promotion Manager. Oh god, there's more. Yes, skip movie, please. Okay, finally. So, antique coins, 12 out of 18. That's not bad. Item box opened, healing items used, stabilizers used, steroids used. I don't think I did too bad for a first try. Oh, that's cool. I don't know if that's supposed to be additional free content, not a hero, coming up spring. Fair enough. Yeah, like, make a review. Yeah, I will make a review. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm going to post a link to my YouTube channel for you guys who want to follow my YouTube. You don't have to, I'm not forcing you. But want to follow my YouTube just to get notifications and also see these as they've been uploaded and all that kind of stuff on my YouTube channel and all the other videos that I've done. And also to hopefully be able to get a notification for when I do make the review on this game. So I'll just post that now for you. Let's have a look. Paste. There you go. Okay. So, yeah, not a hero. I know what you mean. I think it's like a DLC that's actually available. Well, will be available this spring. I don't know why it's called Not a Hero. I have no idea of what's going on. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So, with that, that is that done. And the game's been completed. So what I will do is I will upload it all to my YouTube channel so you'll be able to read it in later date. It'll also be on here, but only for a certain amount of time, so it will be uploaded, and it'll also be all in my playlist that I have, however many parts this is. So with that, thank you all very much for watching, and it's been a great thing. And if you do have any other games that you do want me to play, just drop me a message on where can you drop me a message? So on YouTube, I don't know whether it doesn't have a messaging thing, but you can just pop onto a video and pop a comment on. You can also go on my Facebook. Now all of my social media links are on my YouTube, so you can literally just go on that one link and then find them on there. Drop me a message and say, I've been watching your Twitch or whatever, could you play this? You can also add me on Steam as well, if you want to. I do believe I do have my Steam account linked with a link to it. I'm not entirely sure, but either way, maybe you play as the Americans. I don't know. I think you play as Redfield. It does not look like Chris Redfield though. Looks really not like him, but I'll come to that when all the stuff goes on. So I will play the DLC when it comes out, because I did actually pre-order this game, so chances are I'll probably get that DLC anyway. So yeah, with that, if you want me to play any other games,